up, homies? Welcome to Botany Manor. In this super chill and satisfying puzzle game, we take on the role of Arabella, an elderly English lady with a keen interest in plants, and try to complete her herbarium so she can send it off to be published and recognized by the scientific community. So we wander the halls and gardens of our mansion on the hunt for clues on how to germinate, sprout and bloom all kinds of different plants. Sometimes we have to recreate phenomena or occurrences of their actual natural habitat, and sometimes we have to find out what they like to eat. Like this mushroom that likes to snack on the parasites that are killing that tree. All the while, we will find letters and photographs about Arabella's history and her struggle as a woman of science in the mid-19th century. Oh, and we'll also touch a lot of ducks. This video is a full playthrough in which I got 29 out of the 36 achievements. I have done my research though and will show you all the possible achievements of this game and how to get them on screen like this. Also, there are timestamps in the description and the first pinned comment to the 5 different chapters and all of the solutions to the different plant puzzles, so feel free to skip. One last thought, this is an indie game and we support indie dev homies on this channel. So if at any point you feel like playing Botany Manor yourself, stop this video and get the game if you can. Alright, time to set your brain to puzzle mode. Thanks for coming by and enjoy. Alright. You guys want to do some puzzling? Let's play Botany Manor. New game, let's go. I've played this, the demo version of this game in the Steam Next Fest, and that was really fun and exciting, and I'm really excited to play it now. The full version, it's 1890, we are in Botany Manor in Somerset. And we are, I think her name is Arabella, and she is a botanist, and we are tasked with bringing all kinds of cool flowers to bloom. But let's first start reading a bunch. We've got a letter here. Lady Arabella, we're so happy to have you back at Botany Manor. I hope you had a lovely trip. In your absence, I'm afraid some things in the manor have deteriorated, though I can assure you we tried our best to keep things in order. I hope it doesn't affect your research too much today. Bennett. We can rotate that stuff, but there's nothing in the back. And we collect this parcel. We are Arabella Greene. Open it up. Forgotten Flora, a herbarium by Arabella Greene. Dear Arabella Greene from Mayflower Publishing House, thank you once again for submitting your book proposal, Forgotten Flora. Please send this empty herbarium back to us once you have completed your research, and we'll be in touch with a potential offer. Sincerely, Mayflower Publishing House. Forgotten Flora, researched and compiled by Arabella Greene, Mayflower Publishing House. And we've got 5 chapters, got maps, all kinds of stuff that we are going to unlock. As for now, it's empty. You need all your friends to sign it at the end of the school year. Alright, cool. I don't think there's anything else on here, so let's continue. As I mentioned, I played this in the Steam Next Fest, so I think the early puzzles I'm still kind of familiar with. Let's see if we can speedrun them. But before we get any further, if you've noticed a kind of weird camera movement, there is some, I don't know, weird camera smoothing going on. That makes me feel as if I didn't deactivate the Microsoft mouse acceleration, which I have. And I've also deactivated camera smoothing in-game. There's still some weird speed ramp-up effect going on, which is a little bit distracting for me. I hope it isn't for you, since you are not the one moving the mouse and expecting a certain type of movement. It feels kind of weird, but we're going to live with it, and I am going to try to not complain about it too much. Alright, let's get going here. First of all, we are going to collect these seeds. Fresh start, Windmill Wort, Anemone Februar. I want to grow the Windmill Wort to filter the smoggy air in my conservatory, but I'll need to research its temperature requirements first. Clues I haven't filled. Can add a clue, which we'll find. This is the seed. Thanks, vocabulary knowledge. Don't let me hanging. And I think there was some kind of tutorial how to actually do it. But first of all, we need to find information in this place. Here we go. Here we are. Wildflowers. We've got the Windmill Wort, which is what we're trying to grow now. It's a volcanic flower. We got the checkered lily. It's a meadow flower. The sword lily, which is a woodland flower. And the daffodil, which is a grassland flower. And up to the left there, we got ideal soil temperatures for Mediterranean wildflowers. We are looking for a volcanic flower, which means we are in the volcanic realm here. Shouldn't I be able to see my mouse? Let me check. I'm supposed to open my herbarium first. Okay. Clues. Important clues get added to the herbarium where you can assign them to plants. If you're stuck, tracking clues can help you organize and validate your research. Alright. Let's first... I've deactivated... no, wait. Where is that even? The crosshair. Maybe I need that to check in here. Oh no, I have to do this. Okay, never mind. Okay, here we are. This chart in the volcanic flower. It's not a column. The different part, not the column. We gotta check for the temperature on the volcanic flowers, and we are, aren't we? Wait, I thought we were in England. I guess we aren't. But to the left there are the actual, columns. You can see Spain, Portugal, France, Greece, Sicily, and Morocco. We got to find out where we are. And from that, decipher which temperature we need to set, or what temperature we need to set in this place for this flower to grow. That's the basic puzzle. I think we get information here where we are. Here, there it is. Postcard from Marianne. Dearest Arabella, on my hike I came across the Windmill Wort, a flower that only grows in Sicily. Some locals told me the flower has air purifying qualities, but due to its bespoke temperature requirements, the plant rarely blooms. Maybe the flower could help with the smog pollution in your conservatory? Your friend and peer, Marianne. Yeah, we are in England, but this flower only grows in Sicily, and so now we have the information that we need to check up the Sicily temperature. But first of all, let's take a look at this newspaper. The Somerset Gazette, 19th of September, 1890. Somerset falls victim to industrial smog. I can barely see. Horse bus drivers refuse to work in these conditions. Yeah, this is the heat vent. We can set the temperature at this machine, but first of all, let's check what we need. Volcanic flowers in Spain would be 60 degrees Celsius. So first of all, we open up this vent. No, wait, we open up this vent once the flower is actually positioned there. When you set this to 60, and now, oh yeah, here, there's the guideline. Potting instructions. Place pot on saucer, or add soil to pot, plant a seed, water the seed. If you've ever done any kind of gardening, you know this. But maybe you didn't. Wait, we don't have to put that here. Alright. Scoop some soil. That's already it. Plant this and water it. There you are. It's sprouted. Now we need it to grow and bloom, which you do over here. And by setting this temperature gauge to 60 degrees. There you are. Pumping heat through this pipe. You open up this and magic happens. Nice. And of course, since it's a Windmill Wort, it actually spins. Don't ask me how that works, it just does. And we got the achievement to have this plant grown. Cool. We could have added clues, but we didn't. because we didn't need to. The Windmill Wort naturally grows in volcanic soil, which is why it requires a soil temperature of 60 degrees Celsius. The bud contains air purifying qualities, so the flower can filter its environment from dense smog. And because we did that, all that fog and smog in here is just gone. And we are gonna go ahead and remove the crosshair again, because it doesn't help, and it actually distracts. Cool. Let's go. Welcome to Botany Manor. Now we're gonna have a stroll around here. I know that the next flower is in that actual manor, but of course we want to check out this cool place and get clues. Drawing from nature. Can't actually open it. Can only spin it. I don't know if there's secrets. There's 30 Steam achievements, or even 36, I think, even 36. Somewhere between 30 and 40 Steam achievements. And, which makes me think that there are secrets. So we are gonna go a little bit into gamer brain hunting mode and look for clues, spread out. But I will try to not overdo it, because I tend to get lost just looking around, trying to find stuff. That's our cool garden. You can look through here. There's the entrance to the house. And we can also sprint. Since we are this old lady coming back to our old home, let's just sprint around the place. We're gonna collect this key. Entrance to the garden. Why is this still open? Damn. Flipped all the way back, huh? Could I add these clues? I can. Alright. Just so we've done it. Alright. Now we've completed it. Okay, back to the index. There are some maps here. Here we are. We are at the gatehouse at the moment. The conservatory is where we were at before. We crossed through this little walkway in the garden along this driveway. This is the entrance. Long hedgerow and the orchard. Alright. Gatehouse note from the desk of Arabella Greene. I'm currently busy researching. Please leave all deliveries in the gatehouse and ring the bell. So whenever this bell rings, dong dong, we're gonna have stuff delivered here. Actually, in the demo, this is where the game ends. At one point, it rings, you come here to check it, and the game tells you, nah, buy the full version. Botany Manor, home of the Greene family. Alright, keep going. I feel like I'm talking too much or too fast for the amount of chill that this game has. But it's exciting, I like it. Open this up. And here we are. Got another note. Letter from Eleanor. My dear friend, good luck on your trip. I would have loved to join you like in our younger days, but your tales about the trip will suffice when we next meet. I will never forget the Maria Jackson passage you once highlighted to me. In examining plates, you take the authority of others. Plates? In examining plates? You take the authority of others, whereas in botany, as in all other things, we can make little progress if we do not see for ourselves. Well, now you must travel and see some interesting specimens for yourself. I am inspired and look forward to hearing all about it. Your friend always, Eleanor. And we got this walking stick pimp cane just standing here. And we can sit on this bench, which actually gives us an achievement. Here we go. 100%. All the way. I don't know if we're gonna 100% this game. I'm trying. We've got the orchard. I think we need a key for that, yeah? Yeah, we do. Damn. Shake a locked door. showering me in achievements. Alright. Can I climb up this? No, I can't. We're an old lady. We can't climb ladders anymore. That sounded ableist. Sorry. What else? Waterville being happy as fuck? Sure. What's this place? Locked from the other side. We don't know what it is, just another, I guess, part of the garden. Just trying to make sure we see everything so we don't, you know, miss secrets. We can't get past here. No way. Alright. Anything in these pots? I guess not. Alright. So let's try to not get distracted too much by searching for stuff that we don't even find. Alright. We got another one of these planting stations. They are all over the place. And for some reason, these seeds also get transported. So we don't, you know, have to walk all the way back. Ooh. White duck. Quack, quack. Inspect a duck. Okay, I see how it is. Nice achievements. Which obviously, again, makes me think that I have to touch everything. Because we've touched like 3 things now and gotten 2 achievements off of that. Another letter. My dearest Arabella. It's from the Cobb God household from July 1890. I hope this letter finds you well as you set off for London on your important trip. The thought of you in the bustling city working on your ambitions both excites and worries me. Time has indeed passed, and yet your determination for your field remains inspiring to me. I never imagined all those years ago that we would be writing to each other in our 5th decade about such endeavors. I look forward to hearing about your progress, and of course, let me know how I can be of assistance upon your return. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Cool. So now we know that we and our sister are at least 50 years old since we are in our 5th decade. Here we are. Survivors of adversity. It's already chapter 2. And we've got this weird ass tree just growing inside of our house. And we've got this family tree. Again, I can't point. Pretty much right in the middle, right above the family tree sign, we've got us, Arabella Marie Greene, born 1835. So we are, what? 55. We've got that letter from Elizabeth, who was born 1838. And how does that tree work? Both of us? This looks like both of us spawned. The people up there. No. These are our parents. This tree is being read from top to bottom. Obviously. Our parents were Augustus Greene and Adelaide Pendleton. Alright. I assume that maybe this will come in handy at one point. Maybe it won't. It's this kind of game where you just have to look at stuff or everything that you can look at. Because, you know, you can't read this picture because there's no click me hint on it. But I assume we're gonna have to check out pretty much everything to get clues. Alright, next one. Letter from genealogist, Lady Arabella Greene. I'm pleased to let you know that your family tree is complete, carefully tracing the history of your lineage. As per your request, I have altered the customary presentation, now displaying the maiden names of the ladies in your family rather than their current. Good stuff. Current names acquired through marriage. Should you require any further adjustments or have additional inquiries, I remain at your service. Yours, Robert Hinchley. So the fact that we actually requested this change, again, makes me think that this gets important at one point. At least the, the maiden name part. Ooh, what's it? Dartmoor poster. All the year round, home to the breathtaking sights, Hound Tor, Wistman's Wood and Becky Falls. Sure, we can zoom in. Travel by train. We don't have the key to the kitchen. Did I just see something flash up there? Was that my imagination? Pyrophile's book. Fire has the potential to be among the most devastating forces of nature. Despite this, humans have developed the ability to invent, wield, and attempt to manage it. Meanwhile, certain species in the plant kingdom have evolved to adapt and flourish in the face of fire. In areas where forest fires occur frequently, pyrophiles have learned to rely on fire as a crucial part of their life cycle. Facts about pyrophiles. Their seeds typically possess tough shells. Some pyrophiles only bloom when surrounded by smoke aromas from their natural habitat. This seems like a hint. We can't enter the painting room, and we can't enter the back terrace. So we can't do anything here except look at this book again. Great Western Railway, Taunton to London Paddington. Issued for return journey. First class, elderly discount applied. And some, I don't know, marking. Are we able to go up there? Oh yeah, here. Alright. Oh damn, something's flashing. New seeds. Fulguria, Ulex fulguris. I came across the Fulguria when I was caught in a terrible thunderstorm. I'm interested to learn more about its growth requirements. We got 5 clues here. Let's see if we can try to find them. Blurry photograph. Camera experiment number 1 on the 5th of May 1890. I purchased a new camera and flash lamp to document my flowers. The picture looks a little blurry though. I'll have to investigate the camera settings. We've got this photograph, which is really dark. Camera experiment number 3 on the 13th of May. The picture is so dark, impossible to see the flowers. I can't believe how quickly I have run out of that incredibly expensive flash powder. And the second photograph, the well-lit photograph. Camera experiment number 2 on the 12th of May. I'm very pleased with this picture. Looks like I'm getting the hang of the camera. Hint, hint. I already know what this is supposed to tell us because this is part of the demo. But let's see if we don't spoil it so you can still keep your mind active. Arabella's parents. Cool. Looks just like Seymour Skinner's home, huh? Did we get an achievement for sitting here? We don't. Ooh. The library hall is locked with a passcode, which contains letters. Okay, cool. And this is blocked by the tree, this door. Alright. Keep going. It's a chemical lab where we got all kinds of chemicals, you know. The flask, and we need to find out which chemicals we need, which is somewhere back here. The art of painting in oil and fresco. Isn't it stupid to have all these plates out? Don't they get dusty? Doesn't seem like there will be a big party today. That's, you know, no one's here. Information, botanical folk tales. Some ancient Celtic tribes practiced the coming of age ritual. This meant that when someone was considered old enough, it was time to prove themselves worthy of staying in the tribe. One of these rituals involved picking a flower in the woods, though not just any flower, of course. The gatherer had to find a Fulguria, for this flower is known to only bloom during thunderstorms. Keeping a cool head while lightning flashes were striking left and right of you was considered the ultimate test of courage. We could actually add these clues here. We've got the poster? I don't think so. Why is this poster in here? Was there a hint? Let's check that poster again. I don't think that's important, but I want to see it. We've got the... No, here, the pyrophiles are also something different. Never mind. We've got these photographs, and we've got the Fulguria book. And we've got this living room. Photograph, Arabella and Elizabeth. Cool. Can I touch this? I can. And I get an achievement, of course. Ooh, what's that key? Back terrace. Cool. Letter from former Charles. Lady Arabella, these past weeks I have been seeing lots of bright flashes coming from the back room of your house. It scares my cows immensely, as they think a storm must be coming. My milk production has taken a hit because of this, and if you enjoy fresh milk in your morning cup of tea, I would advise you to keep the flashes to a minimum. Farmer Charles. Sure. What's this? Watson's flash powder. We gonna need that? And here we've got this cool camera. Oh my god. What the hell is going on? The mouse just went berserk. Give me a second. Alright, here we are again. Razor Synapse just randomly decided to not work anymore. Again. We've got this film. Can take the picture. And we have to plant the pot here. Most of you will already have guessed that there's some kind of correlation between thunderstorms, this plant, and this camera flash. Let's take a look at the rest of these things. Your new Lumen photographic flash lamp. Instructions. Fill the container with flash powder. Close the container, press the button connected to the camera and the Lumen flash lamp. Witness a bright flash. Better results guaranteed. Alright, alright, alright. Oh damn, and we got spectacles. And we can sit by the fire. We don't have legs, by the way. I think we pretty much already have all the tips that we need. So, no wait, we don't. We have to... Wait. Where's my... Do I have inventory? Don't think I do. I think we are out of flash powder. Yeah. This is empty. Yeah, empty flash powder. And we need to make new flash powder. And this bottle contains 75 grams, which is composited of a 2 to 1 ratio of potassium and magnesium. So 2 potassium, 1 magnesium. This is how we make flash powder. I feel like I'm rushing through this. I'm sorry. We're gonna be very fast at a moment where I don't know what's happening anymore, so... 2 potassium, 1 magnesium, right? I hope so. 2 potassium, 1 magnesium. Shake it up. It says chemical disposal on there. Uh-huh. Do I have to shake it myself? I forgot. Doesn't this have to be shaked? Shooken? I feel like I need to do something else with this. Let's see. Inspect flask. Shake it. Maybe we don't have to do anything else with it. See? It's gonna be very fast until we get to a point where I don't know what to do anymore. Just put it on there. And just leave this randomly sitting here on this table. Let's get the plant ready. Back to that potting station. Plant the soil, or put in the soil, put in this seed and water it. There we go, Fulguria. And here we go. We have to close this up. Oh. Should I close these blinds? I don't think I have to. Alright, take picture. Hey. Cool. Grow the Fulguria. Nice. The Fulguria only grows during thunderstorms, where the flashes of lightning provide the bright light the flower needs to bloom. Because of its dangerous growing conditions, not many people have witnessed its beauty. We can add the clue from the farmer and the flash powder bottle, and that there's something else here. Here, the flash lamp manual. There you are. 100%ed this plant. Cool. You can actually take it now and leave it somewhere else, but why would we? Oh, we put it here. Yeah. Nice. Cool. Let's check the back entrance, right? Didn't we get a key? Was that over here? Here, back terrace. Nice. Cool. So, we're now at the point where this is new to me. Locked from the other side. Is that the orchard? No, the orchard is back out. Never mind. Huh. Ooh. Another potting station. Alright. Someone didn't eat their sandwich. That's a sin. Flowering Plants of Great Britain by Anne Pratt. I wonder if these books are a hint for anything, because, you know, you can't even look into them. Whatever. There's painting going on back there. Alright. And there's a new plant. Or at least a seed for a plant. Ash Plume. This might be a tough case to crack. Ash Plume immediately makes me think that this Pyrophile's passage was important. About these like fire plants that need smoke aroma to grow. Seed log, a summary of some seeds I've gathered this year and the location I found them at. Cow parsley in Blackdown Hills, poppy in Cheddar Gorge, buttercups in Steered Marshes, ash plume in Wistman's Wood, which is what that poster was hinting at. Wood in Nemone, Holford Combre, Wild Thyme in Culbone Wood, and Foxglove in Fort Abbey. So we know that Wistman's Wood also is related to this plant, so we can... No, we got Dartmoor. Wait, wasn't that this? Let's check. Yeah, we got here. There, Wistman's Wood is on there. The train goes by. Huh? Is the train the one that provides the smoke aroma? Smoke aroma is a weird way to put it. But there was talk of smoke aroma in here. Yeah, here. Some Pyrophiles only bloom when surrounded by smoke aromas from the natural habitat. And we know that this train, which supposedly as a steam train, passes by Wistman's Wood, where this new plant, which I have already forgotten, ash plume, grows in or grows at. Alright, so we could put in these clues. We've got pyrophiles, we've got Dartmoor and poster, and we got the seed log, which hinted at the place where we got that seed from. Or we didn't get it. Whoever provided these seeds got them there. Formal garden. We are not allowed in the formal garden. New letter. My dear friend Arabella. A friend of mine visited the Americas and brought back a pair of fabulous gray squirrels. Is that allowed? Sure. Invasive species much? They are the latest trend in garden decoration. All of my neighbors have sent for them as well. It was a great investment. The two squirrels have now started a big family. Sure. And my garden is full of the darling little critters. One thing I did notice is that I haven't seen a red squirrel in my garden for some time now. How odd. 1890. You must visit soon and see the squirrels for yourselves. Enjoy yourself. Ever yours, Grace. Oh, Grace. Cool. Ooh. What's that? Kitchen. Kitchen notes from Hazel Patterson. Thursday, Jimmy broke another mortar. That boy really needs to learn how to grind spices without breaking down my kitchen. Lady Arabella may not be best pleased with me asking for a new one. The last mortar took years to be sorted. She is so scatterbrained, always off on her fancy research trips. I don't know if I would let this shit lying here just openly like that. My boss is dumb. Shopping list: flour, egg, milk, leeks, potatoes, and carrots. Nothing else. And the mortar is broken, I guess, is the information that we got here. And this is where we peel tomatoes. Is that a hint? No. It's just some flavor. Also locked from the other side. Can I climb over here? No. Okay, I guess we gotta go to the kitchen now. Cool. Maybe we gotta burn like some bread or pizza in the oven, so we provide the smoke aroma. I think the kitchen was back here, right? Yeah. Damn, loud. Cool. Just leave that carrot down there, sure. Right, let's check out this place first. Kindling. Dear lady, we received your letter applying to study botany at our College of Natural Sciences, along with your enclosed drawings. Why is that? That letter is... Wait, isn't that letter 40 years old now? Old letter. Why is that here in the kitchen? We do not at present and have never admitted women to study at the college. Stupid ass bigoted college, huh? Botany is a serious science conducted in laboratories and lecture halls. By all means, continue to pursue your hobby tending to your garden and domestic space where it might be appreciated. Positions at the college are reserved for serious scholars whose studies will go on to be well utilized in the career in botanical experimentation. Therefore, with all politeness, we do not offer these valuable positions to amateurs that should otherwise be taken up by genuine academics. Signed, Professor John Altringham, Master Bigot of this university. University College of London, obviously. There's the broken mortar. That's cool. Look at it. Huh? This is how we build a new mortar. Society of Historians Southwest Group. Monthly lecture open to all society members. The history of Dartmoor. Given by our resident natural history professor. The professor will present how the moor was once covered in majestic forests and woods, how early settlers came to the area and cleared most of the trees for pasture using fire as the method of choice, It promises to be a fascinating story of how the moorland we know and love today came into existence. Next lecture, new members. Nothing. So there's another hint at smoke aroma by these settlers just destroying the forest by burning it with fire. Hazel's priceless recipes. Damn, she's got a book. Holy cow. For the home, farm, workshop, and every department of human endeavor. Roasted chestnuts. This is a simple recipe, perfect to warm those cold winter nights. You can use any edible chestnut, they are easily foraged. The main difficulty with chestnuts is that they have a tough shell, but luckily they are easy to crack open with the help of fire. Simply place the nuts in a pan above the fire and wait until you hear a pop. This means that your chestnuts are nicely roasted and ready to eat. Nothing else? Nothing else. So that first hint about these pyrophiles noted that pyrophile seeds are hard to crack. So, and since this pretty obviously is a pyrophile, the seed will also be hard to crack, which means that we apparently have to put it or work with it the same way we would with chestnuts, which is place a nut in the pan above the fire until we hear a pop. So we don't have a seed with us, but I guess that's what we're supposed to do. Oh damn, what's this back here? Weights. Cool. Mysterious symbol. Ooh. It's an English sheep. Alright. It's a sheep in it. Damn. This makes me want to have cake. Holy cow. Oh. What's this altar? It actually is. Religious blessing. Blessed in this kitchen by grace and holy light, may all those who enter find comfort and respite. There's that symbol again up top. The English sheep. Blessed is the hearth with laughter and with cheer. May the love shared here be held forever dear. To those who serve the Lord, who seek their sanctuary, remember the year of construction, for this, friends, is the key. BBT is the key for that like lock at the top of this of the stairs. And before I forget, let's do that immediately. BBT. Maybe that sign is on there as well. The English sheep. Library hall. Okay, it's not BBT. There's no T on here. Never mind. Didn't it say? Yeah, it was T. Wait. Okay, let's have a look again. I got too excited. Maybe there's another door like this? Because BBT looks very suspiciously like a hint here, but there's no T. Maybe because it says who seek their sanctuary. Maybe there's another room that's called a sanctuary. We've got these maps. Is there anything on here that says sanctuary? We've got a smokery. Where are we even in here? Is this where we came in? Yeah, it is. Kitchen. The smokery is back here. 14 is the orangery. 11 is the servants' hall. There's the pantry. We've got the library hall. This is where we just try to enter. Okay. We're just gonna try to remember BBT. And go back here. What's this? To someone special. Romantic card. Dearest Hazel, I picked you some roses from the garden to cheer you up. When you're done with your work in the kitchen, would you like to meet me for a cup of tea in the back garden? The pond is lovely this time of year. Warm regards, Mr. Bennett. So that's what happened. What's happening here, huh? The ancient oaks stand tall in Wistman's wood, covered in moss with whiffs. They withstood the test of time, though none can tell the sorrows that did befell those trees in Wistman's wood. And another duck. Oh yeah, porcelain duck. Anything else big here? We can't even get there. Ooh. Ooh. I guess this is, we have to find out which type of wood makes the most smoke. Oak logs, we got maple logs, we got cherry logs, and we got birch logs. Cool. Home smoking and curing. Using the home smokery. Your first home smokery. The type of wood to use in your smokery is of great importance, though which one to pick depends entirely on your personal tastes and preferences. Burning wood from different types of tree produces different smoke aromas. This is due to different chemical compositions in each type of smoke and has a great impact on the flavor of your smoked food. So in summary, choose your wood logs with care. Okay, so I guess the hint here is that poster back here, which told us which trees were growing in Wistman's wood. It was oak. And I assume there's going to be oak logs in here. There are. Here we are. Okay. So we've got to put the plant. Yeah, the plant once it's potted and actually grown a bit. We got to put that in here. What's this? Some meat, smoked food. Just laying here. And then we have to put these logs in here, produce that smoke. And the plant will flower. But first of all, we need to get a seed. I think this is, we already have everything that we need, huh? We've got the clue of the, no, not the poem. The smoking book. I don't think the poem is a hint. Or is this the servants' hall? Was it a poem? That's supposed to be a poem? I guess it is. Alright. Let's get the seed. Okay, I can't grab a seed all by itself. So I assume we do this, we water it, nothing is gonna happen, right? Yeah, okay, so now we take this, put it in the pan, roast it up, till we hear a pop. Nice. Take it off of there. Do I need to water this now? I think we're gonna try to water it. Maybe that's wrong, but you know, it's still a plant. And we just burned the hell out of it. Or, as Bob Ross would say, the devil out of it, but we can't even flower it. Never mind. Alright. Can inspect the seed. Doesn't do anything. Alright. And we're gonna put it in here. And we're gonna get us some or one oak log. I guess only one oak log. Put that in here. Do we need more than one? Doesn't look like we do. What do you think? It's already burned up. Okay, we need more than one. Maybe we should also close the door, huh? Whoops. Just make this lady run around her yard. Oh no, we can't plant more than one in here. Never mind. Are we missing something? Okay, let's try once with the door closed. we look through this window? No, we can't. Can't. This doesn't look right. Okay. Let's have a look at the hints again. First of all, this. But there's nothing on there. Okay. We had oak. The ancient oaks, covered in moss. Yeah, oaks is the right one. So let's have a look at this again. Although this isn't really telling us much, apart from the fact that this train goes by. Seeds typically possess tough shells. Some parafals only bloom when surrounded by smoke aromas from their natural habitat. Maybe we do have to water it, but I'm not allowed to water it anymore because I already used the watering can. Could try a new seed and don't water it immediately. If that is the case, then we know that this is a hardcore mechanic where we can't water it twice. Alright, it's growing. Retracting again. See if we water it now. That does something. No, we can't water it. Put in more soil. Huh? What? Yeah. Weird. Wait, but it does look different now, doesn't it? It's not as retracted as it was before. Huh. I don't think it did anything when we watered it. But yeah, cool. Look, it's definitely more open. Did that do the trick? Let's see. That's oak, right? Yeah. All right. Maybe we have to heat this one up once more. Doesn't seem like that should be the issue here, because now we're just testing stuff. Yeah, it does grow a bit. And retracts immediately. Can I put this oak in here? Seems like a weird solution, because got that smoke. I can put it in here. Or not really, okay. Huh? No. Just fish it out again. Huh. can't close the door from inside. There's no other place to put these pots. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, fuck. Should I have put it in here all the time? Big oof. Alright, let's try oak again. This is kind of weird because the smoke is moving up here to the left and filling up all this room. Also, this wood, this meat is here, which is why I put those here, because this meat is supposed to get smoked. So if that is here, the smoke apparently goes up to here. But let's try this now. Sure. All right. Grow the phoenix of the forest, by the way, is what the achievement tells us here. Lilium vivicum. The ash plume is a pyrophile, evolved to survive harsh forest fires. Its seed cracks open with extreme heat, and afterwards the oak smoke from its habitat indicates it's safe to bloom. Alright, cool. Ooh. Someone delivered something. Let's get it. We got a key to the orchard. And a letter, I guess? Yeah. From J. Babbage and Company. Dear Lady Greene, we are pleased to deliver a new key for your orchard gate. We hope you are enjoying the gate. Okay. Don't hesitate enjoying the gate. Don't hesitate to visit us again should you need further metalwork or decoration for the manor. Sincerely, John Babbage. Ding dong. Alright. I think I'd like to have more active seeds at once. So we know that not all the hints that we find are connected to these. I mean, this pyrophile hint and the fact that this last flower was called ash plume, you know, is pretty closely connected, but there were no other hints. So it's mostly just, did you click on everything? Yeah, you did. All right, you got it. Could be more complex, or let's say complicated in terms of actually finding the right stuff here. Is that orchard here? Yeah. All right. Show me what you got. Peculiar petals. 2 new plants added. Nice apples. Damn, nice castle. Alright. Dear niece, note to Florence, I have gathered a selection of my cherished toys and books, among them beloved Piggy. I highly recommend the nursery rhymes. They are charming as well as educational, though I'll take no offense should they put your little one straight to sleep. With all my affections, Auntie Arabella. So this is from me. And the nursery rhymes. The Wolfglove, high on the mountaintops, so steep grows a flower that's hard to keep. Its petals delicate and bright, whistling in the wind with all their might. The mountaineers who climb up high listen for the whistle as they try to find their way amidst the snow and reach the summit. Cheeks. aglow with every step. They hear it loud, the Wolfglove's howl, clear and proud, guiding them through paths unknown to reach the summit and call it home. High up, huh? I wonder where we have to grow that thing. Alright. Can we go through here? We can. You know, it would be kind of spooky if someone suddenly there was a person somewhere here. New book, The Heritage Orchard and Preservation of Endangered Apple Varieties. Oh damn. Different types of apples. Cider making and apple blending, sugar, tannins, and acid values given per single apple. Oh, damn. Alright. This is gonna be a hint at one point. There is this poster up here, which tells us which apple is what. So we can differentiate all these types of apple. Damn, is that an apple? What the fuck is that apple? Bitter green streak. Merlin's Mist. Okay, these real apples? Oh, fake. Knobby Russet? Okay, I guess they are fake apples. Real fake apples. Alright. And this is where we smash them up, huh? Do we need cider for one of these plants? What you got? What's this? Microscope slide. Red campion. Cool. Can I use that? And Foxglove. And even more slides. Which we can't... Yeah, we can. Cradle Fern. Bluebell. Pixie Tears. Springdance Shrub. Primrose. And Hyacinth. And Tincture of Iodine. Perfect for preparing microscopic slides. Or microscope slides. Not microscopic slides. Chloroplasts. In the world of plants, the sun is the ultimate source of energy. Chloroplasts, small organelles inside the cells of a plant, are responsible for capturing the light from the sun and converting it into sugar through photosynthesis. Figure number 1, chloroplasts is seen using a microscope. However, not all plants have chloroplasts. Some plants rely on organic matter for their energy and do not photosynthesize. They have lost their chloroplasts over time and have instead adapted to obtain energy by absorbing sugars through their roots. It is therefore recommended to add a certain amount of sugar to the soil when cultivating these particular plants. Alright, so I guess we gotta make some sugary cider and put that into the soil before we put in the seed. Is where this is the hint that I'm getting here. Ooh. Orchard mosaic. But I can't interact with it really. Alright. Looked like a puzzle for a second there. An illustrated history of England for scholars, advanced classes, and the discerning reader. Priest holes. Back in the Middle Ages, during the reign of Queen Elizabeth, all Catholics were persecuted by law. Therefore, some households built secret rooms in case they needed to hide a priest that was visiting their family home. Many of these so-called priest holes were designed and built by Nicholas Owen. Only the owner of the house and Nicholas himself knew about the location. Because of this, it is thought that there may be many undiscovered priest holes throughout England to this day. It feels to me like we're going to find one of these priest holes, and the BBT hint is actually for this door. Lady Arabella from Willow Lodge, Rowan Park. Thank you for inviting me to Botany Manor last Monday. As a historian, I found it wonderful to see an authentic medieval manor, especially one as beautiful as yours. I apologize again for not being able to locate the priest hole in your house. Although I am convinced that it exists and we will find it one day. It won't be easy, they tend to be hidden well and sometimes require elaborate mechanisms to be opened. Kind regards, Professor Pennyworth. Cool. I like that little, like, sub-puzzle. Where we're not directly involved with, you know, growing plants. But slowly find out more stuff. Lady Arabella, I have received your request for repairs to the roof of your garden tower. Alas, I must confess that I am not the man to undertake this task. It may have escaped your notice that the tower in your orchard is known to the locals as the Turbulent Tower. It is believed that the poltergeist dwells within its walls. Legend says that the spirit is evil and brings ferocious winds upon anyone who dares enter the tower. I don't want to provoke the wrath of this ghost, and I advise you to refrain from meddling with the tower. Willie the Builder. Willie's a little bitch, huh? I see. Ooh, and here we are. What we got here? Pixie Tears. Oxalis phasma. This flower is closely associated with orchards. I wonder why. Ooh, damn. Notes on soil additives. Sometimes I need to add extra nutrition to the soil. I have found the following amounts to work best with my different pots. Okay, so we need to remember 97 grams, because this is the standard pot that we use. But is there 54 on here? Sometimes I need to add extra. I have found the following amounts to work best with my different pots. So 97 grams of nutritional additive, right? All right, let's remember that. Check out this place some more. Maybe find the priest hole. What the? Tower wind research. Test 1 out of 6. Wind speed of 35 F per second. F? What the hell is that F? 35 F per second on the 3rd floor. Test 2 out of 6. Wind speed 50, 45, 20, 40, 25. Somehow my a nanometer broke. I hope there is the poltergeist in the tower after all. Okay. I feel like hints 1 to 5 are the actual like wind speed hints, and that last one is the get an achievement for aggravating the poltergeist test. Let's keep that in mind. Can I enter here now? I can. That's the spot that was locked from the other side, where we've been before. Open up. Cool. And another key. For the painting room. Lady Arabella, as you can see, the staircase of the orangery collapsed in your absence. I have already written to the builder in the hope he wants to sort it out, though as you know he can be difficult to pin down. I do apologize if this is getting in the way of your research. I don't suppose you could find another way into the bottom level? Oh yeah, stair broken. This looks like like an entry way into this place. To Arabella Greene, Botany Manor, Somerset, from Neddy Golding. Who that is. Dearest Arabella, we made it to the Alps. We are so sad that you couldn't join us this time, but we understand you were busy creating your herbarium. Yesterday we were lost on a hike until suddenly we heard a strange whistling tune. We followed the sound and soon enough we discovered it was coming from a tiny flower. If only you had been there to tell us what kind of flower it was. Your loving friend, always Neddy. We heard about that whistling noise in that nursery rhyme. Alright. Okay, let's check out this tower now. Screechy. Okay, that's the wind speed. So how do we open these doors? Wait, is that an elevator? Move up. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. We can break this by opening all the doors. Or not all. By following whatever the sixth hint gave us. But we will do this later, because this will be the wind speed that we need to make the flower bloom, I suspect. So, what flower do we have now? What's that seed? Okay, I guess I gotta do it here. Pixie Tears. This flower is closely associated with orchards. I wonder why. So what kind of hints do we have for Pixie Tears? Here we could look in here if Pixie Tears have chloroplasts. They don't. Which we already guessed that they wouldn't, but, you know, now we do. Actually, no. So we have to add in sugar. Through the cider, and we need 97 grams of sugar. And I hope that this chart here, or this note here, gives us information how much we need. Sugar, 40 grams, 26 grams, 15 grams, 31 grams. So we need to get to 97. Do we have to just combine a bunch of apples and put them in there? And just smash them up? I guess so, huh? So 97 grams. What's the best way to get to 97? We've got 40, we got 30, which would be 70, and we got 27, which would be 97. So knobby, right? Let's do the math again. 40 plus 30 would be 70, plus 27 would be 97, yeah. So knobby russet, cat's head, and Merlin's mist. We already know that this is the knobby russet. And the Merlin one was that blue thingy here. And the cat's head, I think, is that green one. Let's make sure. Knobby russet, cat's head, and Merlin's mist. And Merlin's mist is the blue one. Cat's head is that green one. And knobby russet. Damn. These are actually the three ones that I looked at just slightly before when we looked at this poster. I couldn't tell you any of the others here except from the bitter green streak because it looked cool. Coincidence as fuck. Alright. Smash it up. Splooge. Okay, I'm so fucking dumb. I should. I thought I could take this plate now and deliver it to the actual plant or to the soil. Never mind. You know, you gotta always have it balance out. Do something clever, do something dumb. Do something clever, do something dumb. I assume that we have to put this in first. Put in the nutrient first. Oh, it's already back up. And then the plant, then the seed. All right. Splooge. What? Bubbly as hell. All right, cool. And Pixie Tear and water. There you go. Cool. Is the Pixie Tear the one that wasn't mentioned here in this this nursery rhyme? The Wolfglove, higher on the mountaintops, so steep, grows a flower that's hard to keep. Its petals delicate and bright, whistling in the wind with all their might. The mountaineers, they climb up high, listen for the whistle as they try to find their way amidst the snow and reach the summit, cheeks aglow. With every step, they hear it loud, the Wolfglove's howl, clear and proud. Wolfglove is another plant, isn't it? Wasn't there a Wolfglove on these macroscopic thingamajigs? Oh, there's a Foxglove. But we don't have information about Pixie Tears. Wait. Dear Arabella, how are you getting on in your garden? I hope it's not getting to be too much for you on your own these days. Our mutual friend mentioned you have been struggling to germinate the ash plume. Have you tried making sure there's fresh compost in the pot? Stubborn seeds often need that to grow. Thanks for the tips. I'll visit you sometime, and perhaps I can find the way to crack the seed for you. I can show you the book I've been working on at the same time. Yours sincerely, Charles Tucker, Esquire. Nice tips. There's another uneaten sandwich here. Don't really get information about Pixie Tears. This flower is closely associated with orchards. Got the apple blending. Got the cider apples. We got the slide. We got the book. And about Alps. Envelope with stamp. Wind research. Pot notes. And the pot notes, yeah. So how do we make that thing grow? Closely related to orchards. Could try just putting it in the sun. So we don't have any other hints but that, apart from that, that wind information. But that didn't really hint at this plant I didn't want to sit. Yeah. Seems great. Would be helpful if we knew what this looks like, or we kind of do, I guess. Let's have a look at these other hints once more. I mean, we're gonna try the... No, we can't... No, it can't be the wind thingy, because we don't have any information about the speed of the wind that we need. So I don't think that is related. We didn't look at this. Be sure to wear the correct gear when climbing. The winds in the Alps can be fierce and changeable. Changeable? Whatever. It is advised to wear thick, warm clothing and sturdy boots with a good grip. Okay, so we do have information about the wind speed, because we got that other letter that told us about the noise that plant made in here, and we got the letter that came from... Is that a hint? The Alps, okay. So we need to find out which wind speed the Alps have from here. Okay, Alps is not correct. It's too generic. We need to find the correct specific mountain that they were on. We were lost in a hike until suddenly we discovered it. Coming from a tiny flower. I feel like this is supposed to be a hint. This goatee boy. Huh. Wind speed impression in the Alps by location. Mont Blanc, Matterhorn, Jungfrau, Zugspitze Eiger, Watzmann, Mount Weißhorn, Triglav, Gran Paradiso, Mount Ventoux. Did we have any other Alps information? We had that whistling noise in the nursery rhyme. Let's have one final look at this. If I skipped something, we made it to the Alps. We're so sad that you could join us. Lost in a hike until suddenly we heard a strange whistling tune. We followed the sound and soon enough we discovered it was coming from a tiny flower. Okay, no, there's no information, and the only information that we get here is this goat with this star, but we don't get information where this letter was sent from. So let's have a look at the nursery rhyme, because it also mentioned that whistle boy noise. Maybe there's information on which actual mountain we need to check out. The mountain top's so steep and hard to keep. The mountaineers to climb up high, listen for the whistle as they try to find their way amidst the snow and reach the summit cheeks aglow. The Wolfglove. With every step they hear, holding clear. Huh. And what about this letter, which we can't see? Well, Gather the selection of my cherished nursery rhymes. They are charming as no. So first of all, let's put this plant in the onto the elevator. So the only other hint that we got now is Wolfglove. Is there any speed that we can actually... What kind of speeds can we produce? Maybe this can help us weed out some of the places. So 35, 50, 45, 20. So 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So Mont Blanc, Matterhorn, Mount Weißhorn, Gran Paradiso, and Mount Ventoux. Let's go for Weißhorn, because that's German for white horn, and since, you know, we're just gonna go for that. So, what's the speed? 40. What do we need for 40? Here. We need to open up the first floor partially, I guess. The third floor and the fourth floor fully. So 3, 4 full, first floor half. doing this on purpose because there was more information on which floor the actual speed, the wind speed is. On the 4th floor it will be 40. Okay. Alright. Move up. Is that closed? Yeah. Okay, so that's not it. I guess I should have closed. Wait. Let's close that up because we don't know which windows need to be open. Oh no. Alright, nice achievement. Go to the top. Okay, here we are again. Thought I would probably edit this out, so I haven't found a solution, but I found two other things that we could investigate. First of all, we never interacted with this scale here, and this is where we found the mysterious symbol as well, which is on this little poem. Blessed in this kitchen by grace and holy light, may all those who enter find comfort and respite. Blessed is the hearth with laughter and with cheer, may the love shared here be held forever dear. For those who serve the Lord, who seek their sanctuary, remember the year of construction, for this, friends, is the key. So I feel what we need to do is find the year of construction of this manor, I guess. And obviously already do this and recreate it here, the year of construction, and this will move the scale, which will either flip out this or open this up, whatever, but something will happen here. So we have to find out when this kitchen was or no, when this house was created. I don't know if we actually already have information about that. I feel like we should keep that in the back of our minds, because I don't want to go and search for that now all over the place and look for hints. Instead, we're going to go to the second thing that I remembered. We got a key to the painting room. Maybe there's information for the Pixie Tears in here. That other plant we're looking at is the Wolfglove. That is connected to the wind. So let's see. What do we have here? Meadow Orchids Research Team 1862. Professor John Montague, Anne Montague, Robert Brown, and Arabella Greene. That's me. Dear Miss Greene, your research proposal on the structure of coastal plants was of quaint interest. We have no plans to fund a small project like this, but perhaps if you were set on botanical field work, you might assist Professor Montague in his work on British meadow orchids. I am sure your natural aptitude for domestic duties would be much appreciated. Might I also recommend John Lindley's book Ladies, Botany, or A Familiar Introduction to the Study of the Natural System of Botany. It is an elementary book for unscientific readers, and one I have heard is a suitable amusement for ladies such as yourself, being about a mother who wishes to teach her children about plants. Respectfully, yeah, Much respect. J.W. Surtees, another bigot. Flower painting and watercolor. Lady Arabella, I was wondering if I could join Mr. Bennett into town later this afternoon to place an order for a new kitchen scale. The one we have is rather ancient and I'm afraid it's not suitable for measuring flour to make my delicious scones. If you could let me know your decision about before the afternoon, that'd be lovely. In your service, Mrs. Patterson. Symbology, a study wherein the discerning reader will find a history of the use of religious and folkloric symbols throughout the art of the world. Oh damn. Religious symbols. Triskalia, Neolithic, Taijutsu, Taoism, Star and Crescent, Islam, Wheel of Dharma, Buddhism, Star of David, Judaism, Agnus Dei, Catholicism. The English sheep. I know. Ik Onkar, Sikhism, Om, Hinduism, and that's it. What's this? Botanical painting. Cool. Oh. My dearest Arabella, in gardens fair, your grace the scene, a flower rare. Your presence beams with a radiant light, a lily's charm so pure and white. Your hands like petals, soft and fine, in tender touch a love divine. And in your eyes a brilliance glows, as daisies fair in spring's repose. Oh, how I long to have you near, to cherish you, my heart, sincere. Like roses freshly cut, you'd be the trophy of my home with glee. You'd be, I forgot. Yeah. Again. Bigot. Discarded. Good shit. Okay. So, this is just backstory stuff. No, here we got information. Constructed 1593. Here we are. Cool. Let's go. This doesn't help us with the Pixie Tears, but you know, it is what it is. 1593. Nice. I guess this will be the way to the orangery, right? Cool. My lord Grain, thou hast ventured mightily in granting me refuge within these walls, and for such favor I remain eternally indebted to thee. The cunning of little John in his establishment of this sanctuary doth inspire awe. A saint he is to our brethren and sisters who have sought refuge from the harsh rule of Queen Elizabeth and King James. Pray extend my gratitude unto thy cook for the sustenance provided. A welcome respite from Brother Michael's oft-repeated fare of leeks and potatoes. With the most earnest of thanks, I entreat that this missive shall not mark our final communion, and that our faith may endure unbroken. Yours with devotion, R. Blount. Cool. Here we go, another duck. There's obviously going to be an achievement for touching all the ducks, right? Yeah. This leads here, where the stair is broken. And we've got the Wolfglove. Alright, the Wolfglove is the one making the sound. So we don't have a hint about the Pixie Tear. Cool. So this is what I mentioned earlier, when I said that I wasn't, you know, as satisfied with finding all the hints for that specific plant and just having to follow them. Now we have to actually, you know, think. Cool. Old advert. All correspondence to the above address. The Society of Botanical Science meets every second and fourth Wednesday from 6 o'clock at the Assembly Rooms in Stroud. A prospective applicant must be supported by 3 existing gentlemen of the Society, along with evidence or research showing his dedication to the advancement of the science of botany. Widows of existing fellows receive honorary membership to attend annual social events. This month's lecture is on the importance of laboratory investigation. Also in the trash, where it belongs. Ooh, damn. Are these coins? Okay. Souvenir coin. Innsbruck, Österreich. Gran Paradiso, Italia. Ooh, hi. Weißhorn. Cool. Nice. I was right. Actually, Weißhorn. So the first, that was the first one that I tried. We just didn't have the right plant. Good stuff. Validation. Here we go. Matterhorn. First Summit 1865. Edward Whymper. And the Eiffel Tower. Souvenir de Mont Ascension. Cool. So these are like climbing, I guess medallions, whatever. And the first one was the Eiffel Tower, and the other ones were actual, you know, mountains. Lady Mountaineer Club. Ooh, cool. Are we a mountaineer? Damn. Cool stuff. Any ducks to touch? Wasn't there something? Oh, just some petals or whatever. Alright, cool. What's this? More climbing medallions. Ben Nevis, Fort William, Scotland. Mount Ventoux. There's also one of the... Alright. Souvenir Alpine. Mont Blanc. Eiger. Im Schwarzwald. The Crystal Palace for the Great Exhibition in London of 1851. Cool. This is weirdly far away. 30th of July, 1862. Today marks the beginning of an intriguing adventure as I join Professor John Montagu, his wife Anne Montagu, and fellow botanist Robert Brown on our field trip to study British meadow orchids. Everyone's enthusiasm for the subject is infectious. 3rd of August. Today Professor Montagu gathered all of us to examine a southern marsh orchid though upon arrival I noticed it had a much more hooded appearance and could be a new species entirely. When I pointed this out, Professor Montagu laughed and explained he was simply testing us. Okay, sure. Repair stairs. Alright. Nice repair job. Easy money. So we still don't know how to have these Pixie Tears grow. But we now know that we need to set this to, I think it was 40 again, right? For the Weißhorn. Yeah, 40. And we could do this and plant this and this. Here we are. And all we need now is to set this to 40 again. Which means, I think this was the first one we did, right? Yeah. Bottom floor, the right window open, and 3rd and 4th floor, all windows open, and the 4th floor will be the one with the right wind speed. Alright, cool. Once again. Oh no. No, let me leave this somewhere. Alright, there you are. And we're gonna find out what you need to grow. Cool. Nice mix-up, I like that. Okay, this one is correct. No, wait. Alright, this should be it. Nice. Where's the sound? Good stuff. We didn't need any clues. Wolfglove, Campanula melodia. The wolfglove grows in Mount Weisshorn, where the weather is just right. When the wind hits its tubular petals, a howling sound can be heard. Mountaineers are familiar with this flower and use it to navigate on foggy days. I guess the hints were coin collection, the letter about the Alps, the Alpine weather, the stamp, the wind research, the nursery rhyme, and this one. But we still don't know how to grow this. I assume we're gonna get a hint on how to do it. Maybe we already know everything because we filled out all the hints, but there weren't, at least I can't tell any useful hints there. Did we water this? I think we watered it, right? There, we can't do anything else. We don't know anything else here. And there actually is no way to continue, I think. Except to find out what to do with this plant. Pixie Tears. So what hints did we have? Apple blending, the cider apples, a microscopic slide, the chloroplasts book, and pot notes. Yeah. This flower is closely associated with orchards. I wonder why. Maybe I did this in the wrong order. Where did I leave it? Maybe I should have put the cider in once the actual plant was already in there. Where did I leave it? Oh no. Wait, where did I leave that plant? Huh? Oh yeah, here in the shadow. Yeah. Put it into the shadow because of the hint that it's related to orchards. Thought, you know, there's a lot of shadow in orchards. But let's try this again. Maybe we didn't need to prefix the earth, the soil. Instead, do it now once the thing actually has roots now. Maybe that is the case. It is. Okay, cool. Nice butterflies. Cool. Nice. Okay, that was obviously everything is my mistake when things don't go right. Let's read this first. Oxalis phasma. The Pixie Tears no longer contains chloroplasts, which are organelles responsible for photosynthesis. Instead, the Pixie Tears obtains sugar through their roots, which it commonly finds in the apples from orchards. Cool. And we get another letter. Let's leave these flowers, by the way, in that first room that we went to when entering the manor. So that I just had a little logical error when doing this, because when I plant or when I prepare my garden stuff, I actually I ready up the soil before I put the seeds in, so there's enough nutrients in. So this is why I put the apple cider in there before adding the actual seed. I feel like there's an achievement to fill out all of these empty plates, but we're gonna do this one by one. But first, let's go to the entrance point here to that little house and see what we got delivered. No key. Dear sister, I am so glad to hear you have returned safely from your travels. While you were away, I changed the code for the library door lock each time I visited, as I know some of grandmother's valuable items are kept in the secret vault. The new code for the door is the 3 initials of my name, to make it easy for you to remember. I hope we can meet soon. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. And we do know that we've got that family tree, so this is where that comes in handy now. Cool. Damn. For a second there, I thought there was a person standing here. Elizabeth Ann Greene, so EAG. Okay. Wait. Do we have to put the maiden name? Which would also be Green. Could be H for Hopgood. Because before her name was Green, but she married this Arthur Hopgood, and we just assume since their daughter is named Hopgood that she took his name. Nice. Nice beetle. Thank you card. Dear Lady Greene, thank you kindly for the flower books you sent for my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and painting. I am keen that my daughters have access to good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seems so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Campbell. Can't enter the study. Got another book, Modern Methods of Teaching. Cool. So we actually, I guess, did accept that teaching position, which is really cool because apparently we, as in our character here, has run into multiple problems of bigoted asshole males not being willing to teach her because, you know, she's just a woman. Dumb shit. Botanical Allies. Ooh, cool name. Ooh, damn. 4 new plants added. Shit's happening. I like it. Ooh, passcode. Do I have to... I'm gonna push them all so they hopefully come out. Yeah. Okay. We got a rabbit. We got a... What's that? A bird. Got the sun, a fish, and the moon. And it opens up a secret door, but we have to find out the passcode. What's this? The fox and the crow. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds with a big strong beak. Oh, what a song that beak must make. It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner. So she opened her beak with a wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's open mouth. I feel like this is a hint. Is there cheese at the ceiling somewhere? What else we got? Squeaky floorboards is what we got. Ooh, nice windows. Wonders of the night sky. This is the same symbol as on the one of these buttons, and it's got two candles, Jesus Christ, over it. So you know, hand. Okay, nothing else here, but we can go upstairs. The hare and the tortoise. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise accepted. A course was decided and the race began. The hare immediately leapt out of sight, but then laid down to take a nap, sure that the tortoise would never catch up. The tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way towards the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. The proud hare had been so sure that he would win and underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, "Slow and steady wins the race." So we got this hare, which was also on one of these buttons. And in that other story, we had a fox and we had a crow, and we also had a bird button. So hints. I still don't know which order to check these. We got the sun, we got one candle. The rising sun. So first is the sun, second is the moon. And there's another one of these fables over here. The golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Please let me live. I am not a fish, but a prince enchanted by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom, a cottage instead of the hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace and servants. All the while the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. That's a weird story, but sure. Your company is respectfully solicited at a New Year's ball to be given at Somerset Hall, Thursday the 4th of January 1860. Supper is at 6 o'clock, good music in attendance. Cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. Just shoved in with the books. Good stuff. Okay, so how do we mix this up? So we got the sun with the single the single candle, and we got the moon with 2 candles, which makes me think that these are 1 and 2. But okay, this can't really tell. We've got 3 stars here on this little picture of the fish. This is really getting into the nitty-gritty here. Let's have a look at the other stories again. Fox and the Crow. Any hints on these desks? We've got 2 plants on here. And I guess this could fit another candle. Also 2 plants. So those are not hints. It feels to me like the tortoise, the hare might be last because it comes last in this story. But these don't give any real hint on that. We need position 3 and 4. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. Have a look at this again. Is there any number in here? No. Huh. Wonders of the night sky. It would be I don't think it would be in which order you come across these, because, you know, you could just randomly walk over here. But, you know, that would mean that this is number 1, this is number 2. I guess this one is number 3, 4, 5. But that's really random. So we had the sun first, and then this. Got the hare, the crow, and the fish. And I still think that the crow is last. The hare is last. But I can't really... decipher where these come in. The fox and the crow. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. This picture really doesn't give us a hint as well. Got 1 crow, 1 piece of cheese, and we got 3, you know, clouds or whatever. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds with a big strong beak. Oh, what a song that beak must make. It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner. So she opened her beak with a white to utter the loudest caw, and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's open mouth. So the only thing I've got going on here is that this cheese has got 3 corners. It's basically a triangle. So this is what makes me think that the crow is number 3. We had that conch here, which isn't really a 4, you know. Golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Let me please, let me live. I am not a fish, but a prince enchanted by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom. A cottage instead of a hovel where they lived, so the fishermen returned to the shore and the fish granted their wish. There's nothing on here that resembles a 4 on this fish picture down there. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace, and servants. All the while, the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. I hate guessing. Because, you know, the dev homies put a lot of work into this. There's reason behind all of this, and I don't want to guess answers. The rising sun. I mean, that these are number 1 and number 2 is also just based on the candle. Which, you know, could be kind of weird. We've got this little star symbol. Got 2 stars on here. Oh well, no. Got 4 as well. Never mind. Maybe it's about daytime. So rising sun would be number 1. Is there daytime stuff in here? I think there was. On bright morning. So that could be number 2. Evening. All right. Here we are. And the moon will be the last one then, of course, because it's night. Okay. So, we have to push these buttons again so it resets. We've got the sun first, then we got the morning, which would be the fishermen, and these were in the afternoon, right? Yeah, at midday. So sun, fish, hare, sun, fish, hare, fox, no, crow, and moon, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Sun, fish, hare, crow, moon. Nice. Cool. Sunset 1st of May, red, orange, yellow, pink. Sunset 22nd of May, blue, yellow, pink, and orange. And sunset 8th of July, blue, purple, pink, orange. Feels like a hint. Ooh, we found a seed. Nightfall. Lilium hesperides. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the nightfall when I was young. I haven't filled in all the right clues. Damn, 8 clues. What is that, by the way? All the possible clues of the chapter? Would there be information that we didn't find a clue? Who knows? What else? We got a key to the study. Where's the study? I think that wasn't here, right? Nightfall progress. I have been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth. So far, I have deduced that the flower opens at sunset and only during a particular time of year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. Tasks for this month. Monitor nightfall seedlings, rose planting as list, I guess, collect field samples, seed collection. So we know that this is a hint here. The Assembly of Colors. London Record and Weekly Journal of Literature, Science and Art. Lindley appointed Chair of Botany at University College London. After an esteemed early career as Assistant Secretary to the Horticultural Society and admission as one of the youngest ever Fellows to the Linnean Society, John Lindley plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in his inaugural lecture. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undervalue the importance of this science and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for the serious thoughts of man. Fucking hell. Lindsay also challenged the Linnean classification system and proposes many changes. Alright, so we got all kinds of colors on here for all kinds of seasons. We got October here, we got April, we had May here, we had June. So we got to find out the time at which this plant, the Nightfall, grows. We also have Sapphire Gloom. Judging by the name, I don't believe this to be an edible mushroom. And we got the Cradle Fern. The past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the banks, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. Oh, wow, I didn't mean to do that. Here we are. Okay, so the Nightfall. Wait, we already have a clue for that. We got the sunset paintings and we got the research. So now we have to find the study. I think that was close. Yeah, here, right? Yeah. Another pack of seeds. The Sapphire Gloom. Only has two clues. Tree diseases. Red tree pox. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, many small red spots will be visible on the bark. It can usually be cured by adding fertilizer to the soil of the tree. And hypoxylon. Hypoxylon causes black patches to form on the bark of the tree. It is usually a sign that the tree is lacking in hydration and won't stay alive for much longer. Root parasite. The root parasite is a fungus that forms purple rings on the bark and roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree retrieves from the soil. Eventually, it causes the tree to die out and lose all of its leaves. There is currently no known cure. Bark rust. Bark rust is a disease that isn't very harmful to the tree. It is usually caused by excess hydration and too much sunlight. Okay. Oh, what's this? Kingfisher egg. Speckled sparrow egg. Shoveler duck egg. Whale egg. Crested owl egg. No. Gold mallard egg. Red-billed moorhen egg. Shelduck egg. We're reading these. River swan egg. And the blue heron egg. Let's see if they become important. What else? Professor's note. Arabella, I have some more books from the department that may be of interest for your research. One, I recall, was a favorite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary you are collecting materials for your uncle. So long as they are returned before summer ends, the other professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research, Uncle Theodore. Mushroom food sources. Just like plants, fungi need food sources to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil and have evolved to retrieve it in different ways. This means they have become carnivorous because they only require the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms, such as flies, bugs, and plants. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on another type of fungus or parasite. Mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign that they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. Not always the case. Okay, that's obviously a hint for the mushroom that we are supposed to grow. Meadow Orchids of Britain. Collected and researched by Professor J. Montagu. Isn't that a homie of us? My dear friend, I have been pondering these last weeks what could be the best way to see a remarkable flora reach the wider world, since it is so seldom we are able to see our work published. Considering your uncle's reputation in the scientific field, have you considered asking him to publish your herbarium under his name? It may not give you the recognition you deserve personally, but it would be a way to reach your goal of adding to the scientific record on botany. Do consider it. I would hate for such important research to stay hidden away. With warmest regards, Anne. I don't know that I am a fan of that. Okay, so this didn't give us, you know, all that much information, but didn't we get another... No, we didn't get another key. Huh. Do we have information when this was taken, this note? No. Okay, let's have another look. Maybe we can get to somewhere else? No. No. This is a separated area. Huh. Maybe have a look at these again. Maybe some trees have this, although I don't know how to connect that with anything. Also, we still haven't found the actual seed for this. Oh, seed packet location, master bedroom. Didn't we find a map that shows us all of this place? Here, master bedroom. We've got the... Wait, what? The ground floor, we walked up here, library. Master bedroom is 5 here. Okay, it's behind the tree that is blocking the way. Oh wait. Maybe we can destroy this tree with a mushroom, or we can find out here. We see the sickness on here. That was actually in the book. Obviously, I can't remember which one it is. Here, root parasite. The root parasite is a fungus that forms purple rings on the bark and roots. The parasite leaches the nutrients that the tree retrieves from the soil. Eventually, it causes the tree to die out and lose all of its leaves. There is currently no known cure. So this tree has a parasite, a fungus parasite. I don't know how helpful that is information, but we now know that that is the case. We could actually plant something here. Or, you know, put a plant down. And we also... We have this plant here. The past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the banks, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. Maybe that's information, but no. It can't be, because we can't find the seed. Never mind. I thought maybe we plant this here, this fern. Maybe this somehow eats up the, the disease. I don't think that's possible. But never mind, because we can't plant it here, because we can't get to the seed until we take care of this tree. Let's have a look at the map again. What's number 8, by the way? Viewpoint. Yeah, we couldn't get through there. We need a key for that as well. And we've been in here everywhere, yeah. This is the library. This is the hall, and this is the study. Yeah, this is as far as we got. There's a staircase here, by the way. I guess that leads just further up top. Same as here. Yeah, here. Which is also the library where we've been. We've got the bell tower, and we've got the attic. But we can't get there any other way. No. Okay. Well, I guess it's time to look around this place some more. I don't know if we could, create some kind of acid and just destroy that tree that way. But I'd assume that we would get information on how to actually do that. Okay. Let's have a look around. Did anything else unlock? Or did we miss anything? Usually these puzzles are fairly contained. So I don't assume or expect to find anything here, but better safe than sorry. Alright, welcome back. I edited. I have an idea about this mushroom. Here, mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign that they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. Maybe we could plant this mushroom seed, which we have, and put it next to the tree. Oh wait. Because it's got that disease. Maybe that mushroom likes to have his fungus homies around. So that's my idea of growing this mushroom. And because of that plate right next to that tree. So put that mushroom in the soil, give it water, place it here, and it will, and either spread onto the tree and grow on it, or, I don't know, get fed by whatever stuff is on here. Wait, where's that station? Here it is. Get a pot, get soil, and the Sapphire Gloom. And water it. There you are. And put that on here. Nice. Ooh. Does that open the door? Yeah. Cool. Damn. The mushroom ate up the disease, and then now the tree is healing again. Good stuff. The Sapphire Gloom is a widely misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees, and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. Nice. Cool. So let's go to the master bedroom, where the magic happens. Ooh, cool picture. The trapped fairy. Dearest Arabella, letter about weeds. I was taking a walk along the river in Somerset recently and noticed a sight that I just had to write to you about. In the water, I saw the Brook Chalice glooming. I've never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mention of it. It was so beautiful. Do you have any idea what would have caused this? Ever your friend, Edith. The Brook Chalice. I don't think that's the one that we're looking for, right? No. Looking for the Cradle Fern and for the Nightfall. I can't get to the attic. Cradle Fern. Ooh, it actually needs eggs inside. And these are these white eggs with blue, like teardrops on them. Alright, cool. Maybe we just have to put it next to those, because I don't think we were able to take them, were we? Well, let's find out. And another potting station. And the master bedroom, and there are the seeds. Cool. So we got that, we got the bird eggs. We got the fern painting. Somerset Society for Wildlife Protection offers a petition to be presented to the Honourable House of Commons. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near the Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to the decline and even extinction of some bird species. No longer can we hear the beautiful chime-like calls. We call upon the government to regulate hunting near the rivers of Somerset. We ask that they respect the breeding times of wildlife. If you agree, please sign below and return this letter to us. No expense attends is signing. Your signature, Arabella Greene. Cool. So that's a hint as well. The petition. And I think this also means that this letter about weeds is important. But, oh wait, I have to recall what that says. What's this? Aquatic weed removal. Do you have a pond? Do you want to swim in it? Is it covered with slimy weeds? We are specialized in removing the following weeds: algae, Himalayan, Jesus Christ, balsam, brook chalice, and duckweed. Make an appointment today. Isn't brook chalice what we're looking for? I forgot again. Yeah, here. Oh, that's enough. Wait, we didn't even get to that. My friend wrote to me about the brook chalice, which makes me want to research them. Ah, yeah. So this one here. Take a walk along Somerset recently and noticed the site that I just had to write to you about. It was in August, by the way. In the water, I saw the brook chalice blooming. It's blooming in water. I've never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mention of it. It was so beautiful. Do you have any idea what caused this? So, no. Oh, weed removal. Letter about weeds. Don't know where that is. And we've got this here. Trapped fairy. It's sitting in a... You know, it's night. So... Is that the Nightfall plant that we're looking for? Here, this one. We have to find that letter about weeds again in the corridor. Which one is the corridor? map. Corridor. Oh, what? Apparently the corridor is this place. Is this the letter about weeds? No. Shit. Alright. Right. Index. Botanical allies. And we've got the Brook Chalice, and that's the letter about weeds. We've got this fairy tale painting. I feel like this is connected to the Nightfall plant. It's got a fairy sitting inside of it. And that's pretty much it. I don't know what that means. I'm just gonna assign it to this Nightfall plant. Okay, did we have a look at everything in here? No, we didn't. The Trapped Fairy, here we go. A folk tale. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. She lost track of the time and the day turned into night. Nyx, goddess of the night, noticed the little fairy. The moon was shining bright, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. Nyx took offense and decided to punish the little fairy. Nyx placed the fairy into a nightfall and cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. As dawn approached and the sun arose, the spell broke. Though just as the fairy awoke from her enchantment, the flower bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. So this one only blooms at night. Is what I'm reading here, right? So we now know that this is connected, and we have this fairy story. Ooh, my dear Nova. Never forgotten. Oh no, it's a dead cat. Dearest friends, it seems our interest in visiting the private plant collection of Lord Spencer has gone unacknowledged. While disappointing, I am not sure if it is worth pursuing scientific study in such places. On my recent visit to Brinsby, the young man showing us around had barely a basic knowledge of plants, and due to there being a large group of gentlemen in the party, all useful time and erudition was devoted to them, and none given to Constance and I. Let us plan another trip of our own, and perhaps we can see these specimens in their home habitat where they belong. Ever your faithful friend, Eliza. Good stuff. Essence of arnica flower for sprains, strains, and joint pains. Tincture of red clover. Chamomile, red clover, and red clover seems to soothe hot flushes. Okay. Oh, hi. I guess this is where we're supposed to plant the this water plant. Got a pipe piece. Wait, what? What? That's not enough pipe. Is that another pipe? Oh yeah. Oh damn, okay. Nice puzzle. Here you are. Cool. Flush the toilet. It's an achievement, obviously. Wilson Plumbers for all plumbing and water system needs, Lady Arabella Greene. 15th of May 1890, installation of disconnected pipes. Wait, what? Dear Arabella, here's our quote to repair the geyser in your bathroom. The cost might seem high, but trust us, it's a complex job best left to the professionals. Man, all the men I'm fucking bigot idiots in here, huh? A hot bath at the turn of a tap. The number 3 bath geyser provides a rapid flow of hot water. Simply turn the tap and instantly hot water will appear. Can be used multiple times in a row without any extra cost. So now we are able to put hot water in this place. And we can define what, how hot this water is supposed to be, which obviously we will have to find out. What heat level the Brook Chalice needs. We've got the bath guys here. Oh yeah, it's a fairy tale. And they take care of Brook Chalice. There isn't really any hint on... Damn. Can you hear that? That hand sound? Weird. There isn't really any hint on how they remove it or what causes Brook Chalice. Yeah, we need this bird egg. And we've got this room. Dear Lady Arabella, I wanted to thank you once again for your invaluable contributions during our recent meadow orchid research expedition. Your keen observations and deep knowledge of orchids was so helpful. Your dedication to the fields is an inspiration to us all. I look forward to our future collaborations and the continued exploration of the botanical wonders that surround us. I will put in a good word for you with the Botanical Society. Most sincerely, Professor Montague. Ooh, we got the attic key. Somerset River Trust. River swimming this season. Dear members, we want to make sure you can all enjoy swimming this summer, so we have cleared the most popular rivers in Somerset of all aquatic weeds. The River Cam, the River Chew, and the River Summer have all been cleared of weeds thanks to the services of Clark's Aquatic Weed Removal Company. Thank you for your continued support. Thanks to your monthly donations, the rivers of Somerset are clean and weed-free. But we still don't know how they cleaned that. Official government health and safety warning. It has been brought to our attention that the factory of Barton Iron Works has been illegally dumping scrap metal in rivers across Somerset. These rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming. Do not swim in the following rivers. River Summer is part of them. The River Frome was also affected by the waste, though oddly the river is completely clear of rust pollution. We are still researching what led to that effect. So, iron, huh? Ooh. Cool. Bird calls. Cool. Shoveler duck, blue heron, shell duck, and pintail. Golden mallard, crested owl, silver magpie, red-billed moorhen, teal, tufted duck. So we know once we have that plant that was oh fuck, that was painted. I think that was the fern here, the fern painting with this duck stuff. Once we've got that, we're gonna put it here, and we got to recreate the call of whatever animal that egg belongs to, which we could find out right now. But let's first go through here. What's this? River Summer. Oh, hi. River X, River Parrot, River Yeo, River Tone, River Frome, River Brew, Cam, and Summer. We see the average temperature. I think it's River Summer, but I don't know if we actually have a clear clue for that. Dearest Arabella, I am writing to share with you an exciting discovery I have made in botanical studies. It turns out that some plants are particularly sensitive to sound and seem to thrive when exposed to music or melodies from their natural environment. I hope to share more of my findings with you in the near future and would be delighted if you could join me in my research. Your sincere friend, Marianne. Okay, that's connected to this one. Bird calls and the letter about melodies. Oh fuck. Wrong button again, my bad. And this Brook Chalice is connected to the river poster, to the government notice, and to the river trust. What kind of hints do we have left? None that are helpful to us right now. Let's find out which river was cleaned here. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near the Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to the decline and even extinction of some bird species. We call upon the government to regulate that shit. Okay, that's just about the birds. Aquatic weed removal. They removed Brook Chalice is all we needed to know from this. So it's all about these newspaper clippings. Somerset River Trust. River swimming this season. The River Cam, the River Chew, and the River Summer have all been cleared of the weeds thanks to the services of Clark's Aquatic Weed Removal Company. I think it's... so we got Cam, Chew, and Summer. And health and safety warning. It has been brought to our attention that the factory of Botany Ironworks has been illegally dumping scrap metal in the rivers across Somerset. These rivers are now polluted with a rust, making them unsafe for swimming. Do not swim in the following rivers: River Cam, Summer, River Chew. The river From was also affected by the waste, though oddly the river is completely clear of rust pollution. We are still researching what led to that effect. This seems like a hint that iron is helpful or is like being eaten by a plant. I don't know. Let's keep in mind the river From. So we got Cam, Summer, and Chew, which are also the ones that have been cleaned here. This is April. This is August 1890. This is April 1890. So this is actually later. Because these have been cleaned, they are now... these can't be swum in anymore because they are polluted with iron. And the here, because Cam, Chew, and Summer have been cleaned, and because From has not been cleaned, they are clean of that iron pollution, of that rust. Because apparently, hopefully, that plant is still in there that we're looking for. The Brook Chalice. And we also have a hint on where she found that. She's taken a walk along a river in Somerset recently. We don't know the actual river. No. Okay. We've got River Summer, which is 15 degrees, and we've got River From, that is 25 degrees. And we've got River Cam as well. It's 5 degrees as well. And these are all rivers of Somerset. Okay. So River From has not been cleaned. Of these plants. Which makes me think that River Summer is the way to go here. Maybe... Well, it was just coincidental that we thought that the iron pollution or the rust pollution is not the case in River From, because these plants are still there. But maybe it's... that's just coincidental, because we actually do know that cleaning company, which also cleans that plant that we're looking for, cleaned River Summer. So we're going to go for that. So 15 degrees is what the water temperature is supposed to be. There you are. I'm going to do that later. Do we actually have that seed packet? No, we don't. We got to go to the attic. I think that was back here, right? Yeah. Cool. The flower-growing companion, gardening curiosity, trapped moths. Sometimes a moth can become trapped inside a flower, but if it closes in the flower bud if it closes in the morning. The moth is then forced to use the flower bud as a resting place until it opens again later. Some flowers only bloom for short periods during the year, so if the moth is unlucky, the flower bud won't open again until many months later. Cool, that's where that fairy tale came from. Nice. Moths of England. Garden tiger moth. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait. Yeah. We got that painting. And that fairy is that moth. It needs to have, like, I don't know, look like a giraffe on its top two wings and like a, ladybug, on the bottom wings. So it is a garden tiger moth to the right there. In the middle, in the right, to the right. Number 9, garden tiger moth. So now we need to find out when that is, when that shit is happening. Garden tiger moth. Garden tiger. September. Cool. That's so cool. Alright. Trap moths, moth poster, and that moth calendar. Alright. I guess, did we pick something wrong here? Isn't there normally like an animation? We've got fairy story twice in here. Alright. Ooh, damn. Ooh. Rusty pig. Oh no. Okay, so the rust is important. The sight of plants. Some scientists have theorized that plants have photoreceptors in their leaves and stems, which allows them to see the color of light. This means that flowers can tell the time of day and know when to open or close their buds. The exact time that flowers bloom is different for each flower, but most do appear to respond to light and the color of light in some ways. Horticulturists and botanists have made use of this knowledge to trick difficult flowers into blooming at any time they like. And do we get... Okay, we got colored slides, and then we have to check... I guess they're in here, right? Yeah. What... We have to check the painting for the color combination for September, and put that in here. Put the plant in here, make this thing go, and the plant blooms. Dinner invitation. My dear niece, I fear the window may be closing for you to find a suitable husband. I have arranged for a dinner for you to meet my neighbor's son, Edward. He is successful in business in London. Your cousins William and Thomas may well aspire to become accomplished scientists, but for you, Arabella, it is better to make yourself useful in the small duties of life, for which you will be loved and appreciated. Your studious nature will no doubt be valuable should you have a son, but it would be foolish to allow such a folly to come before the important things in life. I am confident this is what your parents would have wanted. Dinner will be from 5 o'clock on Sunday. Remember to wear a becoming dress. Yours sincerely, Aunt Agnes. Ugh. There's a duck. I knew it. And the seed for the Brook Chalice. The Botanist's Digest. This month in conversation with Professor Montague, leading expert in British meadow orchids. In his words, every plant, every leaf and every meadow holds secrets waiting to be unlocked. My aim is simply to uncover some of these mysteries. Professor John Montague, renowned botanist, sheds light on his groundbreaking work in the world of meadow orchids and other botanical wonders. With the decades of research and numerous publications to his name, Professor Montague's contributions to the field have been nothing short of revolutionary, including discoveries of new species such as the Dactylorhiza Montagu or hood marsh orchid. Orchid? I think orchid. Okay, we've been diddling and daddling around here for a while now. Let's start growing these plants. So let's go for this one first, the Nightfall. We need the light arrangement for September. We've got August, we've got September. Blue, yellow, orange, red. I wonder in what order we should do them. I think we should start from the bottom, right? Because it will get blue at one point once it gets darker, right? Or maybe it won't. Okay, let's do it as it says here. I am kind of thinking that we have to mirror the actual order. So put red, orange, yellow, blue instead of blue or yellow, orange, red. But we're going to try this one first. So blue, yellow, orange, red. Blue, yellow, orange, and red. Also, we should, make that actual plant. Put the seed in. Soil, and we want the Nightfall. Water it. Put that on here and fire it up. Nice. Ooh. Pretty as fuck. Nice. Seeing the Nightfall bloom is a rare event. The flower only blooms with September sunsets. Night pollinators active in September, such as the garden tiger, often get trapped once the bud closes for the rest of the year. Nice. Satisfying as hell. That rusty piggy makes me concerned about if we have to put it into the water or not. And flop. Alright. Next one. The Cradle Fern. We need to find out what type of bird we need to copy. Was that white egg with the blue tears on it? Here. Crested owl. And that was up top, so let's go down here and actually put the seed into the soil. Cradle Fern, right? Yeah, Cradle Fern. Cool. crested owl, right? Yeah, crested owl. So that's E, C, D, E, G, F. E, C, D, E, G, F. E. Cool. Nice. Cool stuff. The Cradle Fern is used by the crested owl as nest, and in turn the plant has grown dependent on the owl's chime-like call to grow. Weird. Sure. The owl goes, "Wahoo!" and that plant is growing. What a cool game. And final plant is the Brook Chalice. We know that it needs to be in water. The water has to be 15 degrees. And it feels to me like we need to have that rusty pig in there as well. Because yeah, so that factory would have been dumping its iron trash into the or its iron waste into the water, into the rivers all the time. And probably this is what helped these plants grow. And then these other 3 rivers were cleaned by that cleaning company, which made these rivers rusty or too irony, whatever. And the other one didn't, or is still clean because these plants didn't get cleaned from there. So we should put the iron pig into the bathtub as well. So back up to the attic we go. Get this piggy. And put that in here. Sure. There you are. And fire it up. Wrong river. 15 degrees. I assume it has to be the river, right? The temperature on here. So they do clean other stuff as well. They clean algae and they clean duckweed. Maybe this seems like guesswork again. Clears aquatic weed removal, somerset of all aquatic weeds. Maybe they cleaned the duckweed from the other rivers and didn't clear this plant. So which temperature is Lady River from? 25 degrees. Since they didn't clean it from there. Feels like putting the Brook Chalice on here is like a red herring then. Alright, once more. Nice. Ooh. Oh damn. No more baths. Nice. The Brook Chalice prefers to grow in rivers with a temperature of 25 degrees. The plant naturally filters the water from rusted metal. Unfortunately, they get removed often, as most people prefer their ponds to be weed-free. Okay, cool. We're gonna leave it there. And we got another delivery. I think this is already the final chapter, right? Because we go back to the index here. Climbing up. Nice. Got a key to the former garden. Lady Arabella, I apologize wholeheartedly for accidentally taking the key to the former garden home with me. It was in my pocket and I had simply forgotten it was there. We didn't have any idea how to put that key here. I didn't want to disturb your research, so I've left the key in the basket here for you. We need to give the player a reason why this key is now here and has not been there before. Alright, let's get going. Off to the formal garden for tea and biscuits. Oh wait, this way. Climbing up. 3 new plants added. Can I touch this duck? I can't. Bonnet's illustrated penny paper. It was a message. A local man reports mystery signal. A gentleman farmer has reported sightings of mysterious blinking lights coming from caves near his home in Cheddar. In his own words, I was walking my dog and lost track of time a little. It soon became dark and I decided to make the walk back home. On the way to my house is a tiny cave, and as I walked by I noticed a blinking light pattern cast from the cave entrance. I was sure it was one of those Morse code messages. When I approached the cave, the light source vanished and... Continue on back page. Nobody was there. I'm convinced that what I saw was the Morse code abbreviation for attention. I will never forget that one abbreviation, as it was the first message I learned in Morse code. Local authorities have assured our journalists that there have been no recent military activity or exercises in the area, so the mystery remains unsolved. Okay, so we have a plant that will grow through code messages via Morse code, and we need the message for attention. Cool. Is that supposed to be filled with water? Oh, damn, what is that place? Is that the cave? Is that a cave? Supposed to be a cave, and this is where we get to apply the Morse code. Nice cats. Sincerest greetings. Dearest Arabella, I was delighted after our recent mentoring session. You do excellent work as a fellow scholar of the natural world. I recall the Springdance Shrub that once grew in your garden before you departed on your travels. How wonderful it would be to see it growing again. I have been compiling plant specimens that require pollination to mature until their adult stage. I wonder if the Springdance Shrub is one of these plants? Ever your affectionate friend, Lavinia. By the way, let's have a look at what the plants are called that we have to plant here. Springdance Shrub. Uh-huh. This flowering bush used to grow in the gardens, but have completely disappeared when I was off on my travels. We've got a seed packet here, by the way. What's that? Fool's Emerald. Is that a tomato? A friend gifted me these seeds, so I don't know much about them yet. The marvel of bioluminescence. In darker corners of our world, there are plants and organisms that are able to produce their own light. These plants, fungi, and insects are most often found in areas of low light, such as dark forests, deep oceans, and gloomy caves. Recent discoveries show that chemicals such as luciferin are responsible for this glowing effect. It is not known what this glowing effect is used for, but it could be for communication with others of the same species or to attract pollinators or food. Scientists believe there are many bioluminescent species waiting to be discovered. Okay, cool. So this is related to the cave story. And could also be related to that shrubby thingy, the Springdance Shrub, because she mentioned something about pollinators. Chemical compounds in wildflowers: jasmine, indole, poppy, opium, foxglove, digitoxin, fool's emerald, luciferin. This is what we need. Fool's emerald. Daffodil, galantamine, and St. John's wort, hypericin. So the luciferin is connected to the fool's emerald, which is this one. So bioluminescence, plant chemicals, and the news article. Cool. You actually have to find a way to get into that little, I don't know, this room. Okay. Nice butterflies. Oh damn, it's a different material? Cool. Flower growing companion. Tips for growing hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are beautiful flowers that contain anthocyanin, which is pigment that can change color depending on the pH level of its environment. The colors can vary between red, purple, and blue. New materials for garden pots: terracotta and granite. Sandstone, marble, and obsidian. Cool. What's that? Seaweed, wood ash, guano, manure, coffee, and peat, but we can't actually use it. My sweet Hazel. Are you keeping well today? Jimmy's only gone and broken the lawnmower again. If it weren't for my war injury, I wouldn't be letting him loose with the mower. He said he ran over some hard object down in the long grass near the pond. I had a brief look and couldn't see anything. Sometimes I wonder about that boy's sensibilities. Save me some of your lovely scones, ? Yours always, Mr. Bennett. So, the long grass near the pond. Military codes. Section 4, communication. Over long distance, the method of communication over long distances must be selected according to the requirements of the scenario. A. If the message contains no sensitive information or there is no enemy presence within the communication area, an open method of communication such as telegraphy may be used. B. If open communication is permissible, both receivers may still benefit from the abbreviation of messages. See plate number 2 for a table of commonly used military abbreviation using telegraphy and Morse code. Second, closed communication methods rely more upon technology and ingenuity. In the weird, in just the table. So we need attention. KA. Message begins. Is it attention? KA. So we need to find out what K and what A are in Morse code. Over long distance, close communication methods rely more upon both technology and ingenuity. In the case of secrecy and obfuscation, planning is required and both parties must have knowledge of the method of encryption used. Section 4. A brief history of long-range military communication. A. Ancient Greece, water telegraphy and torch telegraphy. B. Ancient Rome, smoke signaling. C. 16th century, beacons and pigeons. 18th century, Murray shutter telegraph. 18th century, radiated telegraph. And 19th century, Morse code. But we still don't know what K and what A are in Morse code. We gotta find out. And that's also related to this one. Mr. Bennett, the telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse since I didn't know where you'd like to keep it. There appears to be a Morse code manual inside the case as well. Hint to the hint. Alright. Ooh! Hi! A living being. Inspect bird feeder. Okay, so that bird always flies at a bird feeder, so we have to find out which plant needs, birds. And we could put it on these hooks. Soil pH research. Granite, terracotta, obsidian, marble, and sandstone. Guano, manure, seaweed, wood ash, coffee, peat. Alright. That's a bunch of numbers. We're gonna find out what to do with them. Anthocyanins research. Springdance Shrub. Blue, violet, purple, white, pink, red. So this the Springdance Shrub is connected to this and to this and to the pot catalog. Dear Mrs. Greene, I have recently heard of your involvement in the mentoring of aspiring botanists. Botany is a field that demands a thorough understanding of its complexities, and while I admire your dedication, the saying, "the blind leading the blind," does come to mind. All jests aside, I do hope your endeavors in mentoring will yield some semblance of progress. Sincerely, Professor Thornton. Jesus Christ. Bigot City. Dear Mr. Bennett, thank you so much for the lovely bunch of rhubarb from your nephew's garden. He needn't have sent anything in return for the herbal poultice I gave him for his little one, but I am grateful all the same. I know he hasn't the money to fetch the doctor. Since you said he cannot read a note, please send him my thanks when you see him. Faithful yours, Hazel. By the way, we've got one other plant here, the Oscilette. A friend of mine found some seeds and was kind enough to let me use them for my herbarium. Ooh, bird feed. Mixed seed for garden birds. Highest quality. Attract a host of garden birds such as bluebirds, finches, robins, and warblers with the seed prepared at the highest quality levels. Simply spread the seeds on an appropriate bird table or feeding surface and observe the delight of your feathered garden neighbors. Ooh, we got more than one. Okay. Can lure these guys. And I expect that we have to get this guy here and we plant whatever we need in here and that will have the thing grow. What's this? Key to the boathouse. All right, cool. attracting birds with colors. Red flowers attract bullfinch and robin. Blue flowers attract bluebirds and jays. Yellow flowers attract blackbirds, goldfinch, and warblers. Purple flowers attract green woodpeckers, willow tit, golden aureole. You know, that's orange flowers. Never mind. Just like bees, birds can pollinate flowers. But did you know that birds have preference to pollinate flowers of certain colors? The above chart shows which color of flowers attract which bird to your garden. Okay, cool. So we need... So we know that the... no, fuck. Wrong button again. That... this plant is connected to the birds. Oh, fuck. Bird poster, bird seed, and this pigment research. So we need to know... Huh. I wonder if we probably have to take another pot. So the little seedling that grows first has a different color, and then attract the bird to pollinate that plant. Alright, so this is what happens here. Let's have a look at the other direction that we could go to from that first like open garden space. This probably leads to the boathouse, right? Also open the store, so we got access. Just making sure that we don't miss anything. We are on the hunt for ducks. Phenomena of spiritualism. My dearest cousin, whilst I hold a deep fascination for the pursuit of knowledge and science, I must admit that the subject of spiritualism is not one that particularly captivates me. Therefore, I must return this book to you. However, I appreciate your efforts in sharing your interests with me. With affection, Arabella. The Will-O-Wisp. Glowing spirit of marshes, forests, and caves. What the fuck is that font? The Will-O-Wisp is an eerie apparition that has long been the subject of both fear and fascination. It makes its appearance to lost travelers in dark, isolated places and beckons them to follow with its beguiling, blinking light. Many a wanderer has followed the wisp's alluring light across marshes or into caves, never to be seen again. Take heed, those who venture into dark places. Resist the temptation of the Will-O-Wisp's shimmering radiance. Turn back before it is too late. So I guess that's a hint for that bioluminescent flower. No. That's not correct. This needs to... Oh no, yeah, it is correct. But I guess that little book is not an actual hint. This is what he ran over. It's a handle. And I can't drop it? Can you please drop it? I don't want to have that with me. Oh no. I assume this goes over there where that dark room is at, because it looks like that should be a pool or something like that, and we are missing the handle to actually, you know, have the water going. There you are. This is still not... Do we walk across these lily pads? We actually do. Cool. Cool. And this is where we would set the plant. Cool. Cool. Have another sit. Screech in our seat. Everything is half broken here, huh? Feels to me like in or at this pond should be one of those ducks that we're looking for. Cool. Inspect Arabella's paintings. Paintings, plural. So I guess these are all the paintings. Alright, get inspected on. Damn. Golden garden, whatever. Garden hose, it's not a hose. But I can't see any ducks. Alright, let's go to the boathouse. Ooh. Actual Morse code, okay. So KA, long, short, long, short, long. So long, short, long, short, long. Like this, I guess. Alright. And we need to bring this probably into the cave to make that plant grow. And there's another duck. And we got them all. Inspect all the ducks. And this is not a duck, it's a goose. It says Egyptian goose, but it looks like a duck. Maybe Egyptian geese are ducks. What else? Another half-eaten sandwich. Why the hell are these people not eating their sandwiches? Rich people, man. What's this? How weeds spread. Weeds can take over an area quite rapidly. Some weeds have adapted in order to spread their seeds as far away as possible. The plant itself does not have much control over this, but trusts nature to lend a helping hand. Wood avens and goose grass have seeds with a hook designed to attach to the fur of passing animals. They are then carried and dropped up to several miles away. Dandelions have seeds with an attached feathery puff that allows them to simply be carried by the wind to a far away location. Other plants, such as lords and ladies, wrap their seeds in an attractive berry which birds consume and then later deposit as waste at a great distance away. A final, more mysterious example is the seed of the Oscilette. It is known to be picked up by critters who then take it back to their nest. As soon as the animal goes to sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. It is not quite understood how the plant is able to detect when the creature is asleep. Huh. Damn. Board game? Ooh, game of life? Rabbit. Rabbits live in many habitats and burrows underground. They come above ground to graze in the morning and evening. Hedgehog. Hedgehogs are protected from predators by their coat of needles. They live in burrows in both fields and woodland habitats. Gray squirrel. The North American gray squirrel is larger than the red and with smaller ears. It forages foods but can also digest some seeds straight away. Wait, so we need... Does that mean we need a gray squirrel to eat a seed and poop it back out? Mole. Moles live underground and have poor vision. They find food and mates using their sense of smell and touch. Red squirrel. Red squirrels live in the nests high up in the trees. They sometimes forage food back to the nest to keep for later. Wood mouse. Wood mice are very small and live in woodlands, but also many other habitats including fields, parks, meadows and gardens. Foraging critters, game rules, game setup. Shuffle the food cards and place the stack face down in the center of the game board. Place the food tokens around the food cards on the board. Place the animals on the start tile. Players choose their animal by rolling the dice. The highest roller chooses first. Playing the game. Take turns to roll the dice and move your animal along the woodland path. The highest roller goes first. If you land on the food tile, pick up a food card. If your animal matches the card, you can collect the tokens specified on the food card. If you land on the gray squirrel tile, it steals all of your food tokens and they must return to the board. The player who has the most food tokens in their nest at the end of the game is the winner. Woodland cards. Rabbit, wood mouse, red squirrel. Field cards, red squirrel. Animal cards, hedgehog, mole. Meadow cards, rabbit, wood mouse, and mole. Acorn, collect 3 tokens. Woodland card. Worm, collect 4 tokens. Animal card. Can we clean out this deck and get an achievement? Oscilette seed, collect 0 tokens. Field card. So that's a field card, so that means we need a field animal, which is the red squirrel. Cool. What a cool tip. Grass, collect 2 tokens. Meadow card. Pine cone. And that's it. No achievement. So we know that we need the red squirrel, which was here. Red squirrels live in nests high up in the trees. They sometimes forage back to the nest to keep for later. So we need, so we know about this one here, that we have the, the weeds and seeds, playing cards, and the board game rule. And this one has the Morse code. I guess we need a plant here to grow. What the hell? What's this? Molded cylinder record. Inspect phonographers record. Edison record. Nocturne, song by Otto Miller, duration 1 minute 60 seconds, BPM 50. Meadows Bliss. Wait, let's read them all before we... I think we need probably something like field. I don't know if that actually is the case here to, you know, get a squirrel to come by. Meadows Bliss, sung by Trude May, duration 1 minute 1 second, BPM 120, Edison Records, the famous talking machine. Daisy Dreams, sung by the Byrne Duet, 40 seconds. Wildflower Waltz. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, sung by the Valley Quartet, Blossom. Is there a secret seed? Here's the Oscilette. Oh yeah. We're gonna listen to all of them, because it probably is an achievement. Animal heartbeats. Oh, here we go with the BPM. Animal husbandry and rehabilitation for all work with animals domesticated and wild. Cool. The red squirrel has an asleep... Ooh! Has an asleep BPM heartbeat of 120, so we need to find the song that is 120 BPM. Again, listen to all of these. For the achievement, it has to be an achievement. What's this? William Foley, Lady Arabella Greene, glass classroom desks with chair times 10. Classroom notebooks, box of 20, chalkboard. Cool, so she did become a teacher and ordered all of this stuff. Dear Lady Arabella, thank you for your orders. As discussed, we will write again in the coming months to inform you of a delivery date for these school supplies. Cool. She's making a school. Good stuff. Let's hope that was enough. 70. 50. Can we speed that up? We could pick the 61 and just double the speed of this. Here, as soon as the animal goes to sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. So we don't have to capture like a squirrel or have a squirrel eat the seed, poop it out, and then it's ready to grow. It just will bloom once it's next to a song that's 120 BPM. Which is this one, Meadow Bliss. Which means we can put that away because we're going to listen to it anyhow. Put this one on. Shouldn't that be a hint then? Oh yeah, here, Animal Heartbeats. Alright. Gonna listen to the next song, or to the last song, once we're, you know, actually planting that seed. Or, not planting the seed, putting that, you know. Jesus Christ. Plant down there, Jesus. Words. Which you could, I think, actually do now. Because all we needed here was that BPM information. So yeah. That one is called Oscilette. Should be the last one, right? Yeah. Put that in. Put some water in. That didn't work. So does it have to be pooped out? But how? Okay, let's have a look again. A final, more mysterious example is the seed of the Oscilette. It is known to be picked up by critters who then take it back to their nest. As soon as the animal goes to sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. Wait, so does the seed sprouts into bloom? So we just put that as is on here? Yeah, cool. Nice. And it's dancing, sure. Decantra transcendium. The Oscilette's seed is picked up by small animals, such as the red squirrel, who then store it inside their nests. Once the animal falls asleep, the Oscilette depends upon the heartbeat vibrations to break open and bloom. Cool. But we didn't get an achievement for having all the songs go. We're just gonna leave that here. Oh yeah, this leads back up. Back up here. Open this door as well. And we got a shortcut again. Okay, so let's pick up that like Morse code machine. Had a better name than that. The telegraph. And we're gonna put that into the dark cave. The dark cave, that dark room beyond that pond. Then we are gonna pot this up, and we need the Springdance Shrub, right? No. Here, this one, the Fool's Emerald. Open up, and we need the K and the A, which means long, short, long, and short, long. Long, short, long, short. No! God damn it. Alright. Long, short, long. Short, long. Nice. Ooh. Oh, damn. Cool. Nice. The Fool's Emerald is a vine that contains luciferin, which allows it to create light. They grow in caves where they use the light to communicate with each other, very much like Morse code. Nice. Cool. So now, the last plant. We gotta find out what type of bird this is. It's got an orange head and a white chest and gray wings. Because this type of bird just goes for specific colored plants. So we have to find out which color we have to, make the plant. None of these? I guess, is that a bullfinch or a robin? No, it's a robin. Yeah, it's a robin. So we need red flowers. So now we need to find out which pH level we have to to have the, what's that plant called? The Springdance Shrub grow in red. And by knowing this pH, oh wait, that's too far. The pH value or number or whatever, we know which type of pot to use. And that information was... Where was that shit? On here? No. Wait, where was that? Here. Red. We need a pH level of 12 to 14. And we need to find out how pH levels are defined. Wait, what? Okay, so that is another step. Okay, how do I find out? The pH level based on these random ass numbers and values. Guano soil pH research. Oh, okay. It reaches a different type of pH level based on the combination of I think we get to actually touch these like little bottles there. Wait, so we need 12 to 14. And there's only one on here, the 13.2. So we need a sandstone pot and we need to fill it up with seaweed. Or maybe not fill it up, but, you know, have seaweed in there. So sandstone and seaweed. The white one, oh, the yellow one, right? Yeah, sandstone. Put that on here. Do I get to touch that? Maybe if I fill it up with earth first. With soil, I mean. Here we are. Nice. Put it over here. We need the Springdance Shrub. Just this one. Put that in there. Water it up. That should be red now. Uh-huh. Cool. So is there any other spot to put this? I don't think so. I think we have to actually somehow get the bird to come all the way over here. By using these seeds. Wait, here. Well, this is experimental now because I don't know how far that thing actually flies. So I think we need clear paths of vision. Huh. I don't know. I'm gonna put that here. Oh, wait, maybe even here. And this probably needs to be filled back up. Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, we're gonna put that one over here. What did you say, birdie boy? Huh. Maybe that's too far. Maybe... The hell is this? What's that dot? Is that also too far? I assume that I have to like lure it over here by strategically placing these birdseed cages, or not cages, these birdseed thingamajigs, and you know, have it come to the first one, see the second one, go to that, and from that one see this beautiful red plant. Because why would they give me 2 if that is not the case? But I don't know how to actually use that. What happens if I put this here? Huh. Okay, you noticed that. Okay, so we have to... Oh, alright, I got it. We gotta shimmy over slowly and steadily. No long distance transportation here. Is that guy still eating? He is. Alright. There you are. Grass is always greener on the other side, huh? Oh shit, sorry. Sorry. I got too hype. Alright, here. Huh. Here, how about this? Do I have to remove it? Alright. Gotta keep my distance from the little homie. Cool. Uh-oh. Take the long way around. He in there? Uh-huh. I am kind of doubtful that that actually is how that would work. But you know. Cool. Take him so far away from his home that he doesn't find the way back. Don't get stuck on the scenery here now. Otherwise we have to reset. Which I really don't want to do. So now we have to go... I guess through the house even, huh? Shouldn't that already be enough, man? Just look, man. Okay, imagine having the wrong color for the plant. Alright, do you fuck with this red plant? Oh yeah, he do. No! Oh, nice. Oh shit, everything's growing. Ooh, more birdie homies. Nice. The Springdance Shrub contains anthocyanins, causing it to change color depending on the pH level of its environment. Robins love red flowers and will be attracted to the red variant of this shrub. And with this we filled up the whole herbarium. What's next? Go to gatehouse. Alright. The game is telling me to get the hell out of here. There's another bird. You know, before I do that, I'm gonna have a look at the achievements just to see how much we're missing. Okay, we're missing 8 achievements. One of those is finish the game. 7 of those are hidden achievements. Damn, send it off. Cool. Damn, what an amazing game. Mwah. Good stuff. Man, I'm really excited to see what those 7 additional achievements are. They have to be... I don't know if they have to be something about finding more stuff, because I think we found everything. Maybe we yeah, we forgot to do that one where that wind machine broke in that tower. And sorry for skipping, but that music is a little loud. And we also... I think there might be achievements about, you know, time being faster, or the game just continues 1 year later. Is that school now going? Or hopefully its school is up. What's that? Green School of Botany, ceremonial key. Cool. Lady Arabella Greene presented to her in the Women's Education Union on the occasion of her opening the Green School of Botany. Cool. That's so cool. And here it is. Ah, nice. And everybody learned from my book. Yeah, sure. You don't need to know anything else. Ring that bell. Da-ding. And we got an apple. The teacher's apple. Lady Arabella Greene, and we are teaching Eliza, Jessica, Catherine, Ada, Mara, and Thomasina. Lesson 1, Air Purifying Flowers, Windmill Wort. And you're just gonna play through this game too, huh? I've been a teacher of her as well, a pupil of her as well. Cool. My dear Flora, I'm terribly sorry your herbarium didn't get picked up for publishing. Ugh! Though I am most excited about your new plans to turn Botany Manor into a botanical academy. I look forward to visiting the school and meeting the talented students you have taken under your wing. Let's hope they carry on your fight. Lots of love, Elizabeth. P.S. Arabella, I hope you don't mind me still calling you by your childhood pet name. Huh? Flora? Ooh. Forgotten Flora, herbarium of Arabella Greene. You can do something with that. Yeah, put it on here. This is what we're gonna teach now. Cool. Good stuff. Floorboards creaking in the background. Nice. That has been so intensely fun. Very nice. I've been recording this now for about 4 hours. We were missing 7 achievements. I'm gonna probably have a look at what these are and see if they are worth getting. There probably is something in that tower, and probably like 1 to 2 other things that we didn't actually do. It kind of feels like there is a speedrun element here. It could be a weird speedrunning game, but I think it's possible. Whatever. This game has really been fun. Good job. I'm very excited to have played this and to have recorded it and to have shown you this. Cool. I should have told you this at the beginning of the game. If you at any point felt like this was cool, just get it yourself. Support the dev homies. Game's cool. Alright, cool. Thanks for coming by, and I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I did. Let's see what we'll play next. Until then, have a good one and call your grandparents. They'll be happy about that. Also, fight for Arabella. Cool. See you around.